with respect to the church family.
Yes.
And just everyday things that are real, and leaving some jagged edges.
Yes.
Along the way.
Thank you.
So what motivated you to tell the story is my question.
So, a lot of writers will outline in advance, and I don't, and so a lot of that just kind of happened. And I didn't even write the storyline separately. I would write one scene from the story, and then go to the next story, and then go to the next story, and then I had to come back. So I didn't plan on that many jumps and turns, and it just happened that way. But then it worked. Like when it all came together, and it did work, but it was a lot. And that was some of the feedback I got from it, because it was a novel first. And so a lot of people read the novel and said it was a lot, but it did come together at the end. So that's kind of how I write, though. I always have a lot going on. Yeah. Thank you.
How long did it take you to write the story, and how did it affect your family also?
Not at all. Actually, I was in college when I wrote the Rhythm and Blue book. I wrote it in 30 days, part of this novel, Write a Novel in 30 Days challenge. And it was a hot mess. When I wrote the first draft, it was a hot mess, and it kind of sat on my computer. And then it took maybe 6 months to rewrite it. But the screenplay, actually, I wrote in about 6 weeks. So you just take the novel, and I thought it would be much easier than what it was, but about 6 weeks to actually write the screenplay. So no, it didn't take any time away from my family, because I would do it at night when they were asleep, or in the morning. Yeah. Yes.
I'll just keep going. So where'd you find the talent? Were they in your cachet? Did you audition?
We auditioned in New York City. So 15L Productions is the production company that put this film on. And so they did a casting call in New York City. And believe it or not, everybody who we cast, like Jasmine, the woman who plays Jasmine, her name is Jasmine. So when she came into audition, and she looked exactly like she looked in my head when I wrote her, so it just blew me away. So it was like, they auditioned, and within a week we had the complete cast put together. Yeah, so it was very easy. Yes, yeah. Stephen, who plays Pastor Jacob, his ad-libs are just out of this world. He's hilarious, and you got to meet him. It's too bad that he's not here. We're kind of taking turns doing festivals, because I'm closest to here, and so they couldn't make it here because I live in New Jersey and New York. And so if you have the opportunity to go and see it in other cities, definitely do that, because you might have the chance to meet some of them. They're just, he's hilarious. He cracks me up. Yeah, yeah.
Anybody else?
No.
Where does your motivation come from to write the stories?
I want to always have people walk away from any books that I write or any movies that I write with a sense of knowing that God is always with you regardless of what happens. And so I didn't want it to be too preachy and too like beating you over the head with church, but God, I feel like, saved me, and I feel like he can save everybody. And so that message is going to always be in all my books, is that, to try to forgive each other and be kind to each other, and that everything should work out in your favor if you do that. Yes, Teresa.
How did you get from novel to movie?
She approached me, actually. She read, Tony, who's the director, she read the book on Kindle and emailed me and said she wanted to make it into a movie. And, if you get that kind of email, you're like, is this real? But it was real. And within 6 months, we met, and then we cast, and then within 9 months, we were filming in South Carolina.
Wow.
It was like 9 months.
Are you a novel writer?
Yes.
A novel writer, not a screenwriter.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. Because writing a screenplay is different from writing a novel. In a novel, you're telling a story, and a screenplay is very technical. And so she did have to have somebody come in and do the technical work on the screenplay, just direction for the cameras and background and setting and all that stuff. I didn't know how to do that. So mine was very basic, and then she had someone, like a technical writer, come in and help us out a little bit.